Hey everyone, Philip here with another installment of my 1954 GMC upgrades. Today I'm going to do the kills mat, the sound deadening in the roof and in the doors, um, along with some other projects while the paint's drying. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand it down. Got some 320, 220 grit sandpaper. I've got some Rust-Oleum paint. Once I've done all the prep work and let everything dry a good couple hours, I'll come back and hit the kill mat on it. I'm going to do both inside the doors and the roof today. That should help greatly with the sound abatement and resonation inside the thing. Also have some thermal barrier, kind of help that heat beating down on top of the cab from coming into the passenger area. So here we go. All right, I'm inside the truck now. Ooh, I don't know if y'all are picking that up on the test. Check. It is really echoey in here, and that's part of the purpose of we're doing the sound abatement is because that echo inside the cab, even when you put some panels in here, you're going to have some of that to an extent, and that sound abatement will really help knock that down and kind of stiffen the panels in your truck. So I'm hoping that, I know it's not going to be a quiet truck. The engine's not quiet on this thing, but I'm not looking for that. So definitely hoping to improve that. And next we're going to basically grab some sandpaper here. I think I'm going to just start with a 320, kind of hit it. That's the 220. There we go, 320. Hit it with some of this 320. Gonna knock some of this little bit of roughness off. Basically trying to, the goal is to give it a kind of a much smoother surface for the sound abatement to stick to. Also the paint will help prevent any rust if there gets any moisture in between there, and that's basically what I'm looking to do. Obviously we don't want to come back in here a couple of years from now and have rust develop and having to redo everything. So just doing a quick maintenance. Gonna sand, paint. Probably gonna put y'all on time lapse so y'all don't have to see me sand for the next 30 or 40 minutes in real time. All right, I wanted to stop the time lapse. I've only been sanding maybe 5, 6, maybe 10 minutes at the most. As you can see, all the dust and dirt and rust, surface rust, I've knocked off the roof up here. That sound abatement would not have done a good job sticking to all that dirt. It had just, and plus it would have taken away from the quality of what the sound abatement did. There's a lot of dirt and stuff. I mean, I understand these are farm trucks. That's what they were originally. Work trucks, they got used, so. But yeah, just wanted to stop and show you that. When we come back, I think I'll be painting the truck. All right, little pro tip here. Get your wife's permission before you borrow any of the linens to cover up the inside of your truck before you paint. Honestly, I did. This is just some old linens we had laying around, but just to show you the progress on some of the prep work, I've wiped the top down, getting all the dust and stuff off of it. I just used some general purpose cleaner, kind of in a terry cloth, and wiped it down. Also, the blue painter's tape is basically just a reference line for me when I get to painting and everything starts turning black. I know where to stop. I am not looking for a perfect paint job. It's just more of a reference to, hey, stay within the lines. All right, next step after letting all the everything dry, nice and smooth, is spray paint. So once again, I'm going to go into time lapse mode so you don't have to sit here and watch me spray. I have opened the garage for safety to let fumes out. Not that I expect anything to happen with that, but you know, hey, safe than sorry. Next, I'm just going to spray paint it, and then we're going to let it dry, and then we'll do the sticking to the sound abatement. May work on the door some while this is drying. All right, guys, we're back on the sound deadening of the 54 GMC. As you see, some things have changed since I started this video. I kind of got started on it with the painting, sanding and painting and prepping. And then I got distracted with the doors. Hinges are back in. These are new rebuilt hinges that I bought and replaced the hinges that were in here. It had some aftermarket hinges or Chinese remanufactured hinges on this side, and it had the original ones on the other side, but I could buy a set for each door relatively cheap. So I just went ahead and bought some rebuilt ones and replaced them. New hardware back in here, new hardware on the hinges as far as bolts and washers and stuff. So that's all proper. The previous build, there was some questionable hardware that was used, but I've gone back all with the original stuff. I've got my handles mounted back in because I've got my Altman Easy Latch. So you can see here, Altman Easy Latch is installed. The doors are still, you still kind of have to put a little force in them. It's not the one finger close that you see everybody doing, but I'm going to tell you right now, these doors close so much better. I can close it and I know it's latched. I might have to put a little oomph in it, but it sounds like you're slamming the door, although you're not really. It's just a lot of a lot of echoing in here. I don't know if the mic is picking it up, but it's echoing in the truck. The plan now that all this is painted, sanded, ready to go, I'm going to try to put some kill mat up here. I want to put some kill mat in the door. Eventually I'd like to put some kill mat behind the seat, but right now that's not a priority. I'm just trying to get the truck ready for Smoky Mountain Nationals 2026. I still need to fix the fuel gauge, get it working. I want to make sure all my gauges are working. As you can probably, I don't know if you can see it down here, wiring hanging down. I want to clean up the wiring. Those are all the things I want to do. Also get some of the seals back in the doors. You see me moving stuff around. I've unstuck some stuff, but I need to get put back in. But today we're going to try the sound deadening or sound abatement. See what we can do to kind of make this thing a little bit quieter. I do plan on going back in with a headliner after I do the sound abatement, and I am going to do the upper, kind of the original OEM style door panels, door cards up here to cover up some of the hardware. I am going to have to go back with the speaker in the door. There's a speaker hole here that was cut previously. I kind of wanted to move the speaker off the doors, but I'm going to go back with it. It's easier to put the speaker back there than it is to try to do all the metal work and having all that. I will be sanding and painting the bottom of the doors just to kind of clean them up some. But yeah, let's get ready for sound abatement. All right, in preparing to get ready to do this, I know I'm reading instructions. It's against the Guy code. I get it. But one of the things on here, important information for installation, temperature of the ambient air and metal of the vehicle's body during installation must be at least 60 degrees. If it's lower, heat the surface and sheet metal with a heat gun. Well, I have a heat gun, but I don't know about getting in here with a heat gun because I don't have anywhere to heat, set it down, stick. But I'm worried about the heat gun melting carpet or the vinyl on the seat or whatever. So what I've decided to do, I don't know if you can see it, I've got a little space heater in here. I'm going to shut the doors here in a few minutes, take me a little break, let the inside of this cab heat up pretty good. I'm going to do the top of the cab right now, so all the heat will be rising, which will be good. But right now in Georgia, we're under winter warning advisory or warning or whatever you want to call it. Big storm coming through this weekend. I think it's supposed to go Saturday, Sunday, Monday, even possibly into Tuesday. Ice, sleet, snow, all the horrible stuff for us in Georgia. I know you up north are kind of laughing. I get it. Y'all under 3 feet of snow. But down here, you say snow and we panic and go buy all the milk and bread. And that's what they've done. So I'm going to heat the inside of this cab up, and we'll be back in a little bit and start sticking some of the kill mat. This is what I'm using. It's the 50 millimeter or 50. The 50. I know they make it 50 and an 80. 50 millimeter or 50. Yeah, whatever the thickness is at 50. And we're going to go with that, and we're going to put it up and hopefully cut a lot of that down so when we're riding down the road, it's a little more enjoyable. All right, let's heat the inside of the cab up. All right, so I've laid the kills mat up on the ceiling here, or the roof of the truck. did a pretty good coverage. It's not required to have 100% coverage, but I wanted it pretty well covered for some of the thermal product or thermal aspects of this and blocking the heat. This is a black truck that is a no AC truck, so that'll kind of help for passenger comfort. I did do a second layer right down the middle here. Everything else is single layer, but I guess we're fixing to find out what the truth is here. Yeah, that's a big improvement. Before you hit it, it would ring, and it was. But I mean, even sitting in here talking, I know the mic may not pick it up, but I can hear a difference in here. It's not echoing. It's not. It's big improvement. So yeah, pretty happy with this. Now, time for the doors. Take some of that ring out of there and help with some of the road noise going down the road. All right, as you see, you got the sound mat in there, the kill mat. Covered as much of the door as I could. Let me see if I can get up in here and show. Not going to get 100% coverage on the door, but again, with this stuff, I don't think it's necessarily needed. Door does sound better. Sounds a little more solid, so I'm happy with it. But that's the door. Still have the passenger side door to do, and then I think I'll be kind of done other than behind the seat. All right, I just wanted to point out a few things I was doing in the time lapse. It is super cold here. I have a space heater right here next to me. One's kind of keeping the door kind of warm. It had heated the cab up earlier when I did the ceiling or the roof of the truck. One thing I was doing to do inside the door is I was cutting down to quarter size sheets. I was cutting in quarters. And then I was holding it in front of the heater to kind of heat the glue up because it tells you it's got to be 60 degrees or higher. So I would hold it here for a little bit before I peel it and stick it inside the door and stick it. I don't think it's going anywhere. The door got a little cold, but this was warm, and after rolling it, I don't foresee this stuff coming off. I am going to close the truck up and have the heater running for a while and kind of heat everything back up and hope it kind of helps it stick. It may not do anything, but that's just what I'm trying to do to help everything. As you saw, I did not get 100% inside the door. I did not do the back side of this either. I'm going to try to ride down the road one day when we're not in the middle of a winter storm and see if that really bothers me. I do still have the interior trim or interior piece here to put. I think will cut down on a lot of the sound. And I have the filler plate that goes right here, the service. I think I call that the service window or whatever. And then once I get a speaker in there, it'll help kind of cover that up. But yeah, I think that's going to kind of conclude this video. Once again, the sound abatement, huge improvement on the ceiling or roof of this thing. Doors sound a lot more solid, a lot more less tinny also. I still have behind the seat to do. I'll probably do that when I remove the seat to put my 6x9s behind the door. But right now I'm done, and we're going to be moving on to another project soon. Probably wiring or the fuel gauge, figure out why it's not reading correctly. If any of y'all have any ideas on the fuel gauge, what I could do to that, it is a Ford sending unit with a Ford Mustang tank. The gauge is supposedly set up for a Ford ohm. If you look at the instructions, none of the wires are cut, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Comment down below. Give me some ideas and things to look at. I am going to test the ohms. I have an ohm meter, but right now the tank is slap full of gas because I filled it up, kind of be a reserve gas or generator if I needed it. If there's something else you think I can look at in the meantime, basically what the gas gauge is doing is it's a 16-gallon tank. You can hit about 4 gallons and it reads empty. You can watch the percentages. It's a digital gauge, 99 to 0. But it'll go from 99 to 0% in about 4 gallons once you burn up about 4 or 5 gallons. So I don't know if it's something where I've got to just, I don't know. It seems weird to me. It may be the position of the sending unit, which the tank is installed level like it would be on a Mustang. So I don't know what's going on there. But anything y'all can give me ideas on or things to look at to troubleshoot that would be great. All right, thanks. See you in the next video.